car before. Matter of fact, you might have seen it in this movie. Alright guys, hear me out. Let's address the elephant in the room. This car is the actual one of two used in the Fast 5 movie. Long story short, the owner's dad had scored a deal with Universal in order to purchase this car from the movie. The listing, along with two really cool posters signed by Jordana Brewster, which I think is super dope. And before you purists get on me, yes, there are some badges and some stickers on it. But just being in a movie doesn't grant you immunity to the truth. And the Honda or Acura NSX is the most normal and benign supercar that you can live with every day. Except for the fact that compared to your typical daily driver Honda, this one costs a great deal more.
Brazilian passes another. Piquet leading for Williams Honda. 20 miles an hour.
Honda's very quick start and very dominant run in F1 was outstanding. The company known for making the Civic was producing engines that rev to 30 million RPM. So to show off its technology developed from the sport, they decided on making a sports car in order to kick Ferrari in the face. So they got into contact with Ferrari's design studio, Pininfarina, and convinced them to make this very 80s spaceship looking thing. Very Honda. I don't like it, but it's Honda, so. This script's not even finished, I'm winging half of it. I've watched enough YouTube and donut media to know what the history behind this car. Honda started development and went in a new direction, trying to mess around with aluminum, although it didn't come without its hurdles. I'm gonna say that because I think aluminum sounds better than anyway. Honda ended up having to create a whole new manufacturing process and a whole factory in order to develop and create the Honda NSX lightweight aluminum monocoque chassis. Very big words. My name is not Jason Camisa. I can't nail this in one. Thus, though, it made the NSX's chassis far lighter than a steel equivalent and just as strong. Then they handed the keys over to the legend himself, Ayrton Senna, and he called the car fragile. And Honda took all this information in and would weld on the spot at the track at Scuba and at the Nürburgring and made the NSX 50% stiffer than it already was, which is insane. This power band is so, the throttle response is so instant. And it's a great idea, the fact that Honda didn't put a supercharger or a turbocharger onto this V6. Instead, opted for putting VTEC, naturally aspirated, and it revs to 7,500. Woo! And the steering. And the power band. Oh shit! VTEC just kicked in, yo! I didn't really get a chance to write a full-blown script for this video, but it's exactly as I said at the start of this video. The Honda NSX is just a really normal car to drive when you get the chance to, besides not having power steering. That power steering, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow, the sight angles are, you got like all the sight in the world here. That's crazy.
Yeah, no blind spots.
And AC, oh my God, this fucking steering. Holy shit. Holy shit.
That's what I was trying to, like,
I was like, Jesus Christ, that's what you were talking about. This car is ridiculously comfortable. It's probably the most comfortable bucket seats I've ever sat in, and you sit like a couple inches off the ground. It's insane. I was just talking about it with Max earlier, and this is surprisingly smooth. than what I was expecting. These bucket seats are so comfortable. And I can understand exactly why one of my buddies, his name is Anthony, he's the Rub Doctor on Instagram. His NSX has over 300,000 miles. I can see why in something like this. The AC blows good, the windows, the switches, the sight. Typical Honda genius is what this is. That gearbox is flawless too, oh my God. Apparently nobody wanted a supercar that's easy to live with. Or maybe it's just a little Accord looking from the back. Either way, NSX is the most normal supercar that you get a chance to drive every day. If you get the chance to, drive it.